Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, today I want to tell you about burnout. Okay, so what is burnout? Burnout is like exhaustion, right? Both physically, mentally, emotionally. And this happens whenever it's like you have imputed, or rather, you've expended way too much energy in your work. Let me bring your attention to something. Now, in order for you to, I don't claim to be like an expert when it comes to like wealth discussion, but in order for you to say that you're getting wealth or you're becoming wealthy, what you need to realize is that you need to do the littlest of work for the most gain, right? When your burnout rate or the amount of work you put into something is equal, proportionately equal to how much you get out of that thing, that's survival, right? If it's even worse than that, then, well, that's a struggle, all right? So, if you're into the ride sharing business, well, there's one thing you need to realize that you can't just survive in it. It's a good business, but if you know how to apply yourself to it, you're going to get the most out of it. A very practical example is this. For those people who rent cars or who have to give remittance of 30k, 40k, 50k a week back to the owner of the vehicle, back to the fleet owners or the person whom you've collected the car from. See, I don't know how it is you manage to do it, because I imagine that you guys have the worst burnout rate. Almost every other day you're on the road, you're driving, you're working, right? And then by the end of the week, you have to deliver such and such amount. And then you keep little to nothing for yourself. Little to nothing. I know somebody who does this, and maybe once in a month at least he falls sick because the burnout rate is too much. I would sincerely advise that instead of doing that, it's even better you find a job, because my God, delivering 40k and then on with this whole subsidy issue, it's become nigh impossible. All right, this is how we remedy this. This is how we remedy this situation, because the people who own their own cars, who don't necessarily have to deliver anything to anybody, whatever they get is their own. Of course, they also handle the maintenance of the car, but that also means that they don't have to go to work every single day, which is a good thing, right? Because you actually need time to develop yourself in whatever you're doing. If you realize that all you're doing is just surviving, there's nothing you're doing that implies growth, it's not very good for you. It's not very good. It simply implies that you're going to be in that vocation or in that profession for a really long time without really advancing in it. And that's terrible. Okay? But here's the thing. If you view this business as something that is more like a capital creation means, a medium, right? A means to get money to do other things, that's how you get the most out of it. Understand this. If a person who owns his or her car decides to go out every other day for the business, that's his choice. There is always money to be made on every single day. But the trick is moderation. This is why people fail when it comes to the forex market. For the people who are into forex, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is why people also fail when it comes to what else do you get money out of on a daily basis. Let's say betting, sports betting, right? It's because you realize it's there. You just want to do it at every single moment. This is why you fail. This is why you get the worst luck in this type of things, in this type of situations. What you need is moderation. In a week, you have to moderate yourself. You have to say, this is how much I need to make for this week, and stick to it. If you want to make 100,000 or even 1,000,000 in a week, you see, that's where the drag comes in, and that's where the exhaustion comes in, and then you realize that by the next week you are next to useless because you've already broken down from the burnout of last week. You need consistency. You need to moderate what comes in. How you budget that is up to you, but you need to be able to moderate that. No, when I work, I work. When I don't work, I don't work. This is why I always advise that you don't commit to a customer, so that you don't have them calling you at all times of the day or days where you're not working and insisting that you come pick them up, and because you want to show that you're committed to being their boat guy or Uber guy, you zoom enough to go pick them up. No. Have the decency, the effrontery, the guts to say, no, I am not working today. I'm sorry. It's okay if they see you as undependable. That's fine, but keep to your own timetable. Now, like I was saying, this whole thing is supposed to be a capital creation. More than once, while I was at work, I had met with some random people who are also into the ride-sharing business. And what were they doing on their phone? Forex trading. I even had a guy who tried to teach me once, but I wasn't really interested because I've had my own fair share of, of being in Forex. In fact, the one I did was a binary option, the call and the put. 1 minute, you decide if it goes up or comes down, and it was good for a time. But because of absence of moderation, and of course, greed will always come in. That is why everything just ended in a fiasco. So, but here's my advice. If you have this money coming in, try to create a venture where you put this money into. If you're into Forex, this money should help you. Don't get greedy with it, all right? But this money should be able to help you to grow whatever it is you're doing on Forex. If you have a small startup business, let's say you want to open a POS stand, this money should help you do that. If you have a physical shop, let's say you need to restock it with goods, the money you get from Rideshare should help you do it. Even if you're into sports betting, this money from Rideshare should help you do it. That is how you grow with it, all right? In the Rideshare as its own, it doesn't have a means for, oh yeah, okay, by next year I'll be earning more because I got promoted. No, you only just get to know the business better. You get to know the terrain where you're working, and then you get to know that going to this area is good, going to this area is bad. At such time and at such time, this area is good, this area is bad. That's the most you can get in terms of growth in the business. So it helps you earn better, but not really. A bad day is still a bad day, a good day is a good day. You can't determine which customers pick you and choose you. All right? So however much you can, try to take from the Rideshare or the gifts that the Rideshare offers you, and then grow something else. All right? This is an avenue, it's a medium, it's a beautiful one. That you could be zero penniless today, and then you go out and then at least you have something. Yeah, that's good. But try to make sure you invest yourself in something that helps you grow. Try to not survive, try to live, try to grow. All right? So please, that's what I'm talking about today, burnout. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.